Alright, people, what's going on? Friday night, and I still want to come on real quick here. I now finish work for the day. As you could see, I'm still in the same jersey that I was in this morning. Daniel and I, as we did the show breaking down this morning with the t-shirts mark. But my own is I support the 1%, and Daniel's own was we support the 1%. And been getting a lot of questions from a lot of people saying, Stefan, where's that one, boy? I mean, you support what you were doing wearing that jersey, boy. I support the 1%. Look at you. I support the 1%. Look at right here. Nice. So a lot of people are like, what's going on with all the fellas, boy? Will they sell out or something? Or? And you see, this was one specifically to just prove that in Trinidad and Tobago there exist the biggest hypocrites in the world is in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? We're living in a real hypocrisy, and I'll tell you how. Everybody keep asking why you wearing that jersey. Everybody keep asking why you're supporting the 1%. I was just buying a jerk chicken and green salad down the road before I came home. And a guy saw me standing there and he said, my brother, I could access something. I was watching your jersey now. Me and them boys did with the corn soup. That mean you support Rowley or you don't support Rowley? I said, do I have anything to do with Rowley? He said, well, I don't understand. I said, exactly. He said, well, I ain't thinking you nothing, you know. This is how we put it, He said, I ain't thinking you nothing, you know. I ain't mean to, you know. I mean, I neither for or against, which most people will tell you when they meet you. But at the end of the day, everybody supports somebody. So it's like, so what it mean then? It mean that you support the Syrians or you don't support the Syrians? I said, it doesn't matter. He started scratchy head, so. He said, well, I don't understand. So I said, okay. I'm going to come up on Facebook and explain, right? Because I wanted to do this earlier, but not the time. The reason why I print these jerseys, and this one have the Oreo, this one have an Oreo right here on the back, was to prove a point. To prove just how could I put it, boy? I don't want to use the word hypocritical again. But it proves that Trinidadian people don't like to face the truth. This jersey here and this saying, I support the 1%, is as much truth that you could get today. And I'll tell you why. The Syrian community, which we call the 1%, right? They own almost every single business you could think about in Trinidad and Tobago. They own the majority of property in Trinidad and Tobago, the prime real estate, prime property. So this is a reality check for people. To all the people who say, why are you wearing this? As you can see in my description, the question isn't why. The question is why not. Because at the end of the day, every single person that asks me why I wear this jersey, every single one of them supports the 1% in one way or the other. Whether directly or indirectly. So a fella tell me, he say, but I don't understand what you're saying. I say, you know, it's a funny thing. You're in a bar. You're drinking a beer. Who is Carib? Snappy, watch me so. I say, ever drink Johnny Walker Scotch, White Oak, other alcohol? Who does bring it in? Who? Who the franchise holders? Who is A.S. Bryden and Sons? Watch me so. I say, ever shop at Massey stores? You ever shop by True Value? You ever shop in these places? You ever go into the grocery and purchase things? even if you're shopping at a grocery that is not owned by the 1%, every product on that shelf is either directly or indirectly owned by the 1% because they are the franchise holders for a lot of the products that you're seeing. Okay? So my point is, they came here and they realized that, hey, these people sleeping, they're wide awake in our dream. We could capitalize here. So what did they do? They did just that. They capitalized and they made themselves economically superior to all other ethnicities in Trinidad and Tobago. Good? Now the East Indians have the little business and thing that they're running, and it has some of them that are real people. Eh? They have real money. But let me tell you something, they don't have money like them Syrian and them. The Syrians, and the description there is why not? Why not support the 1%? Why would I not support a people as progressive as the 1%? Think about it. They've done everything right. Now, we might have question marks as to how some of them might have achieved what they got. But at the end of the day, they got it. And they did the smart thing. If they started off illegally in illegal activities, they transitioned it to legal activities. They opened businesses, right? They are the business people that you want to aspire to be like because they are all successful. A lying? Well, let's stop me when I lying, you know, because that is the truth. So why would I not want to support the 1%? They're the ones with all the money. They're the ones with the spending power. They're the ones that could decide if you make it or if you break it. The 1%. And that speaks for itself in politics. They're so bright. Whether it's PNM, UNC, or Ford Can Party, or COP, or ILP, these people put money in every political party. You know why? They don't care who runs the country as it relates to who's the Prime Minister. Because they are bigger than the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, regardless of whoever that is. They own media too. That's right. Good? They own insurance companies. When you purchase a vehicle, you have to insure it. Who you have to go to? The 1%ers. Good? But they're so intelligent, they don't favor African or Indian. They will give the PNM money, they will give the UNC money. And whichever one the jackasses vote for, they inside still. So while all is still scrambling on the ground, arguing amongst each other, whether you should have an African Prime Minister or East Indian Prime Minister, the 1%, being the intelligent business people that they are, laughing all the way to the bank because they just finance both. And they're going to reap the benefits from their investment. Because they've made an investment. And they don't care if it's Keith Rowley or Kamala Persad. But we care. We care now because we still have to identify with that person. African people have to be able to identify with an African leader. Indian people still have to identify with an Indian leader. And the 1%ers don't care. They care about the bottom line. Making money. Right? Well, Wendell, Kamala could say all she wants. But the 1% do support the UNC. I guarantee you, the 1%ers just put money in the UNC. And I guarantee you, if they want to get rid of Keith Rowley, or they want to get rid of the PNM, and they want to go back UNC, Kamala ain't turning down the money. I could guarantee you that, Daddy. Trust me on that. They all take money from the 1%. All of them. They could say what they want. But what I will give Wendell, Black Sunny, what I will give you is this. Over time, the East Indians have built themselves in a manner where they could stand up economically, where they have their own support structure. So you have a lot of East Indian businessmen that pumping money into the UNC. So they really don't bong for the 1% paper. But make no mistake, they can in no way compete with the kind of money the 1% have. You understand? The 1% will beat them in a financial battle any day. But they have enough of a structure in place, a support structure in place to pump money into the UNC to run a campaign. The East Indians or the Indians or whatever. Alright? But the Syrians and them pump them don't care. My point is, regardless of if they're giving Kamala money, they don't care. At the end of the day, they're going to reap the benefits. Because that's how bright they are. So why not support that? Why not support people who came here, realized that all was asleep, developed themselves, became the premier ethnicity in Trinidad and Tobago, and then hires you? Almost every single person in Trinidad and Tobago works for the Syrians. They're putting food on your table. They make sure you have a check when the end of the month comes. These are the same people you have to go and look for employment by. It's the 1%. But yet, we want to Mario Sabga jump up and say something and everybody against the 1%. But how have we shown that we are against the 1%? What have we done to send a clear message that, hey, you don't have the power, we do? What have we done? What have we done? Absolutely nothing. The only thing we've done is talk. So when I wear this jersey this morning, saying I support the 1%, it's because I do. The banks, yes, they have the banks too. I support the 1% in one way or the other, whether directly or indirectly, people. Everybody does. Some people may not want to admit it because they just want to talk and argue and study everything that's been done wrong to them instead of trying to figure out and working towards fixing the problem, one, and then building themselves up. Somebody asked me the other day, how many black businessmen it have? Millionaires, real millionaires. Beside William Monroe. How many real black, you could count them on your hand. You could count them on your hand. On your hand you could count them. Very few. Because while the Syrians were studying business, everybody else was studying to party and have a time. Everybody was studying distractions. Nobody was on that. And like I say, we could say what we want. Anybody who ever buy a KFC, you support the 1%. You understand what I'm saying, people? So don't see me in this jersey and get the wrong idea, you know. This is the truth. I do support the 1%. Because that's the way of life in Trinidad and Tobago. And anybody who found this offensive, you're a fool. Anybody who thought I sold out, you're a bigger fool. Because every single day you take your money and you go and you support them. And you know why you support them? Because there is nobody you could identify with that you could support. And that is real. And don't tell me you're going to buy roti and support the Indians, because let me tell you something. That is one. Roti and doubles is one small. Well, it's a big market, but it's very it's minor in comparison to the kind of conglomerates these people have built, and the amount of property these people have acquired over a period of time. You understand? When everybody wanted a dollar in their hand, and they take the offer and sell out a little piece of property all over the place for a little 40,000, 50,000 back in the day, or maybe even less, maybe $2,000 or $3,000. When they were selling off the property for that, look how much the property worth today. Real estate, that is the next thing they own to. The 1%, real estate. real estate. Just come down by Royal Bank where it was in St. James by the corner of Bonds Road and look at the sign. Massey Real Estate. Call so and so number. They are the ones selling that property. You understand? Real estate, they into that too. And that's a big market that plenty of people don't even pay attention to, real estate. So while we was hungry and want to sell off our land back in the day, we didn't have the vision to see what land would have been worth in 2010 or 2018 or 1990 or 1995. A man with a piece of land worth $2,000 back in 1975. You feel he was studying or he ever thought when he sell it that land today could be worth 1 point something million or $2 million? Never. But they knew, or they didn't know, or they weren't sure, but they were willing to take the risk and make the investment, which is what most other ethnicities are afraid to do in Trinidad and Tobago, is make an investment. It have people who have a lot of great ideas, but you know what happen? They're afraid to invest. And you know what's the funny thing? How you could be afraid to invest in yourself? You in charge of your own future, but you are afraid to invest in you. You understand what I'm telling all you? You have your little work, you're working and you just start to sacrifice. That is the next thing we don't do, that they did very well. Sacrifice. How much all you really could make up all your mind to sacrifice for the greater good? How many? If any at all. So at the end of the day, all you don't feel no way, it's just a jersey, but it is the truth.